Dear investors and businessmen, the Kigali Master Plan. You might have heard of the Kigali Master Plan. Today, I'll explain all the attributes or categories of land use in the Kigali Master Plan. Once more, if you want to build a building in Kigali, make sure you're aware of this master plan. So there are 6 categories in this master plan, which are R1, R1A, R1B, R2, R3, and R4. I will start with R1. This is a residential part that was designed for one family house. Either you can build a flat house or you can build a tall building of a ground floor and 2 floors, or what's technically called a G+2 building. This plot of land has to be at least between 300 square meters and 500 square meters. Also, you cannot build on the whole space of the plot of land. There has to remain a space where you can put additional infrastructures that can add to your main building. Maybe a parking lot, a small garden, annex, whatever you wish for. Regulations requires that you must leave a setback between the borders of the land and the building. On the front side of the house, you have to leave a front setback of at least 3 meters and leave other 2 meters setback, which you could use probably as a parking. Category number 2 is called R1A. This one is a category that was designed for a family house or a small apartment. In R1A, you are allowed to build a building that has less than 2 floors, also a G+2 building or less. You are not allowed to build on the whole space of the land as it is in R1. You are allowed to build anywhere you want without exceeding 50% of the size of the plot of land. In the remaining space, you can build something to add on the main building, like a parking lot as it is. Now, on a 2.5 acre in R1A, you are requested to build apartments or buildings which can accommodate between 20 to 30 families. The goal is to be able to accommodate as many people as possible on a smaller land. In R1A, you're supposed to leave a setback between the main building and the borders of the land. On the front of the building, you must leave a setback of 3 meters. However, setbacks vary according to the category of the building you want to build. To someone who is going to build a single family house, you are required 1 meter side setback. For a semi-detached or twin house building, you are required to leave a 2 meter setback. For a building that is more than 2 times detached, you are not required to leave any side setback. Category number 3 is R1B. The R1B category is a category of places that are not urban yet, places that almost look like villages in the capital city of Kigali. It's a place that was designed for basic buildings of one single family, or you can build a recommended multiple floor, such as the IDP model village. When it's a house of one family, it cannot have more than 1 floor, also known as a G+1 building. However, if it accommodates many families, it cannot have more than 2 floors. Meanwhile, a G+2 building, like the IDP model village house, they cannot exceed 2 floors. Most of these buildings are on a 300 square meter land for a single family, and you don't build on the whole space. You are only allowed to use 60% of the land, and you can build supporting premises on the remaining size as a garden, annex, a parking lot, anything else you wish for. You are required to have a front and back setback of 1 meter between the building and the borders of the land. Also, in this category, people who have bigger lands are required to build apartments that can accommodate 40 to 70 families on a 2.5 acre or 1 hectare in order to accommodate many people on a smaller land. Category number 4 is R2. This category was designed for houses that can accommodate many people on a moderate level. These buildings are mostly in the areas we could consider as slum areas right now. This category is designed for multiple floors, less than 3 floors, technically a G+3 building. In order to accommodate many people in such areas on a smaller land, it is required to build a building that can accommodate 60 to 100 families on a 2.5 acre or 1 hectare. Also, it is not recommended to build on whole space of the plot of land. They are also not allowed to exceed 60% of the size of the land. On the remaining space, it could be for additional infrastructure that could support the main building. All sides of setbacks, you are required to leave a 3 meters setback. Category number 5 is R3. It's a residential category that was designed for apartments that can accommodate many families on a moderate level. This category have a particularity of affordable apartments. Most people think that this category was designed for G+3 building, but that's not the case at all. The only allowed floors is 2 floors or G+2 building. To be able to accommodate as many families as possible on a smaller land, you are allowed to build a building that can accommodate 50 to 90 families on a space of 2.5 acre or 1 hectare. In this category, you are required to build 60% of the land and put other supporting premises on the remaining space that could support the main building, like a parking lot, a garden, annex, whatever you wish for. The setbacks required is only 1 meter on all sizes, on all sides of the house. The last category is R4. R4 is a residential area that was designed for big apartments which can accommodate many families on a higher level. For somebody who has a plot of land in R4, they don't build on the whole space of the land. You are required to build at a rate of 50% of the plot of land, and you can build other supporting premises on the remaining size, such as an annex, a playing ground, a garden, and whatever else you wish for. Between the land borders and the building, you are required to leave a front setback of 5 meters. On the side setbacks, you are supposed to leave 3 meters. On the back setback, you're supposed to leave 7 meters. If this was super helpful, please click the like button, share, and subscribe for more. Thanks for watching.